Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome to the Owl Upstairs Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited to dive into these readings, as today we are going to connect with your aura and your energetic field. So, you've probably heard of the term aura, and it's the energy field that surrounds all of us. We have 7 of these mini layers within our aura that vibrate within and around our physical body. And this energy field is a blueprint for our lives. And so it really tells us a lot about our personalities and our life paths, and if we have any illnesses or things we're trying to surrender. So it really gives a great pulse point on where we are in our lives right now. And so I've asked Spirit to connect with you all through your energetic field. And so we're going to draw now 3 cards for each pile to help you connect to which messages and which pile will give you the very best information and will serve you in your highest good on what your aura looks like right now in this moment. So it doesn't matter when you find this video or when you listen to the message. Just trust that you are led here for a reason and that Spirit's bringing you to this reading to help you along your soul journey. So we have pile 1 and 2, and then let's do pile 3, please, Spirit. Very best card for pile 3. Alrighty. Okay, so for pile number 1, we have Shower of Prosperity, Wealth, Opportunity, Success, and Manifestation. What a solid card to have for your aura. Okay, then we also have Career Transition, Change, Excitement, Opportunity, and Advancement. Love it. And for pile number 3, Open Your Heart to Love, Vulnerability, Forgiveness, and Allowing Community. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so now tune into your intuition, your guides, your higher self, your soul family, your ancestors, whoever you resonate with. Follow your intuition on the pile here that will best serve you. If you'd like to go ahead and click the timestamps that will take you to the pile for you, you can do so in the description box below, and I will see you there. Hi, pile number 1. You are drawn here to the Shower of Prosperity card, Wealth, Opportunity, Success, and Manifestation. Let's go ahead and see what your other cards look like, and then we'll dive into the messages. So we have Venus. We have Moon and Pisces with empathy. I'm already getting messages. I love that. Okay. So we have the Vessel. Gorgeous. We have King Tide, plenty, prosperity, and receiving the fullness of life. Wow. And we have, we're going to do our best with the pronunciation. Virashoni, transcending fear, facing fear that leads to fearlessness. Embrace your power. Wow. Okay, pile number 1. You have such a beautiful aura and auric field right now. So right now I feel like you're opening up to prosperity, love, abundance, all sorts of things are showering upon you within your life. I feel like you're in a very receptive state right now because of Venus being a very abundant sign in love, and then also the material aspects of life, and then having this Shower of Prosperity card. I feel like you're a powerhouse for manifesting and just bringing in whatever it is that you love. When I look at this card, the first thing that really stood out to me was this jewel that this little bird was whispering sweet nothings into your ear. But I feel like you are going to hear some news, or like you're going to love. There's something about a message that you're going to love being brought to you very, very soon, which I love. I also feel like for you, pile number 1, you feel very compassionate and very loyal. Like your energy field feels very stable and secure. Like you are a very loyal and trustworthy person that people can bring their, I would say, like they trust you to bring their concerns and share like the burdens and like anything that they're going through that may be challenging. Like they know that they can trust you and share their troubles with you because you're just such a loyal companion. And you know how to really empathize well with people, pile number one. You're very nurturing and very soft. I also feel like you're highly, highly intuitive, pile one. I feel like you're someone that can almost bring about this like healing touch to people. Like within your field just feels very magnetic. It feels very sweet. Like I feel like you draw people in because of your just kindness and just how you are. You're just someone that people can trust and go to. You shine. You're a very shiny or energetic aura and auric field. The color yellow is also really standing out to me in all of these cards, and this one really. So I also feel like you're someone who really shines bright, like you're a ray of sun for people, and you help bring sunshine into people's lives. So I do feel that because you are such a kind person and just are so abundant and so radiant, pile number one, what could be challenging for you is because people are so drawn to your light that you could take on and become a, I don't want to say, how do I use this word wisely? Like people rely on you and come to you because you are so nurturing and caring, but like you can also take on people's problems and become the container for their burdens, and you don't have to do that. So I do feel like there might be times, pile number one, where you shrink back and contract because you want to make sure that you don't have other people's stuff in your field. But the good news is when you open up to receive all of what life has for you, because I feel like you have such a large, abundant energy within you that needs to be opened up and be receptive towards something, but we're afraid. And it's connected to this. So let's actually use our tarot cards now and find out a little bit more about why we're afraid of our power. You know what? I just got chills when I thought about this, is when you open up to your spiritual gifts. I think it's might scare you a little bit because of how big and how powerful you truly are. Pile number one, I feel like you're it almost scares you because you know how powerful your psychic insights are, or your ability to be clairaudient. Like you're a divine vessel, like you are a being of higher consciousness, and like things travel through you to be shared on earth, which is a huge gift and a huge abundance. But let's find out a little bit more about how we are transmuting fear so that you can become this gorgeous being that you are in your full power. Let's see. Spirit, could you kindly share the very best cards and messages with pile number one that will best serve them in their highest good? Thank you so much. Okay, so we have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Six of Swords. Yes, okay. So perhaps, pile number one, in the past you had some stumbling blocks with some people. I feel like you are a magnet, and I don't know if people treated you poorly or used you for your gifts and talents, but it was almost like you are very, very intuitive, but this stumbling block, maybe it's some beliefs around making money with your intuitive ability and your intuitive gifts, because you are such a radiant and an abundant person, and you're very powerful, pile number one. So it makes me think that when you're connecting to your aura, for you to be able to intuitively sense and see and feel how magnetic and abundant and prosperous you are would be so very healing. And then also to be able to allow yourself to receive what spirit has for you, because what is for you is not going to pass you by. I think you know what it is that spirit has on the table for you. Hurdles here, I think you're going to be able to overcome them, but when he snaps this branch and he falls, I think you're afraid that you're going to fail or fall. And I think that's what the fear is, in being able to give and receive equally with your intuitive gifts. But what's great is I think you do know how to move on from this, or like you have been able to move on from an aspect of this as well. And now I feel like you are just sitting here so strong in your confidence as being a divine vessel. Okay, so pile number one. Your aura is magnetic and abundant to whatever it is you tell yourself you're loyal to, especially in connection to spirit. So be open to receiving and clearing any fears that you have that surround money and lack or your intuitive gifts, because spirit wants you to know that you can absolutely have harmony within the spiritual realm and the physical realm. Be open to moving on to different states of consciousness and different belief systems, different things you tell yourself, because pile number one, you're here to share these intuitive gifts that you have, and it's going to bring you a lot of opportunities, not just small opportunities. Like you have a whole treasure chest, pile one. Like you get so much abundance. This is unbelievable. So lean into what your intuition's telling you, because you're not going to trip and fall. You won't fail. Just trust that spirit's going to catch you no matter if you know where you're going or not. I feel like you have such a big heart and such a feminine strength about you. And feminine could be also a male who is a male, but it's more about the energy, like the receptivity, the ability to hold space for people, the ability to share compassion and kindness and nurturing, and like you deserve for all that you give, you deserve to also receive an equal balance. So keep following your intuition because it's guiding you in the right direction. And know that your aura is gorgeous and open to so many beautiful new beginnings and possibilities. You are a jewel, pile number one. This is your reading, pile one. I would love to hear what it is you're connecting intuitively with and what you do in service to humanity, because it sounds like you have a beautiful something that you share with the world. And I would love to hear from you if you'd like to share in the comments below. Also, if you found this to be a helpful reading, please subscribe to my channel. I would love for you to be part of this beautiful community. So if you feel called to hit that like or subscribe button, I would love to hear from you again in the future. Have a great day, pile number one. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye. Hi, pile number two. You are drawn here to the card of career transition, change, excitement, opportunity, and advancement. All right, so let's see what else your cards have to say about your aura and your auric field. So we have the card of blood. We have Jupiter in Capricorn with control. We have Jupiter in Leo with publicity. And we have the moon in Taurus with exaltation. Beautiful. All right. And we have card of the thread, card of the gym. And we have the card of the prayer. We have the sacred well. And we have the violet flame with Saint Germain. Love it. Okay. So pile number 2. I feel like right now your aura looks like it's full of life because there's a lot of transition and changes going on for you, which is very, very excited. I feel like you're ready for this, pile number 2. I feel like you are kind of sitting here like waiting for your opportunity, your like call, and you're being guided towards abundance. I feel like your vibe that you give to other people is someone who's very balanced, very strong, very stable, and people know that you are like the creator of your world. And because I feel like you are someone who is seen as such a bright and shiny light and so abundant and so fruitful, I feel like sometimes that can also take some of your energy. Like if you're not really mindful of who you're giving to or the amount of time that you're spending with certain people or, certain areas. And maybe that's why we have the transition or the change here, is because you're moving from one way of being into another. I do feel like you are someone who is very shiny. I feel like you have this allure about you that people are attracted to your beauty and your light, like your gifts, which can be a huge blessing as long as people are not taking too much of you, pile number 2. I feel like self-care is going to be a huge key to this transition and for you to feel grounded, nurtured, safe, and secure. And the more that you work with your energetic field and you maybe transmute some of the energies that people project onto you or keep you in a very structured environment, like maybe you have patterns or loops or things that you know very well and they've brought you life historically, but now you're ready to transform these and you're ready to do things in a new and vibrant way because you are ready for something new. You're praying for something new, you want to birth something new, you're excited for this abundant energy that you can tap into. And one way to do this would be to work with the violet flame and work with Saint Germain to transmute any energies that you don't want in your life anymore, that you're ready to surrender and you're ready to step into this new vibrant life force energy that's within you. I do feel like right now you might not know exactly where you're headed, but if you have any concerns about that, know that you are being guided to higher states of consciousness, beauty, things that you will really, really enjoy and you will love. There is a gift within this transition too, and perhaps you're asking for support. And if that's the case, Spirit might be sharing with you through this video that using the violet flame as a tool could be a huge opportunity for this kind of transition. And for cleansing your auric field and your energetic field, because we can use the violet flame down to a cellular level. And that can bring us a lot more energy, more abundance, more sparkle to our overall vibe. I do feel like maybe you're also an overgiver because I do feel like you're seen. So maybe you're in a position of authority, or maybe you're like, you could be like in a position of like leadership, or someone who, this almost gave me Hermie vibes. So it could be like someone who's communicates a lot, like a news anchor, or someone who's on social media, or like is seen a lot, or has very big gifts that are seen. And that's why we have the gem, because you have this beautiful gift. But it's important that you just going back to this in self-care and renewal and replenishment. Like if you're exhausted and you don't have the life force energy to give to other people, if you have the time and space to, spend 15-20 minutes to sit in the violet flame, or to meditate, or to take care of yourself, or to be able to do something a little bit different to switch up your energetic field, I feel like that will create momentum for you in a way that you are wanting to have more fluidity or flow. Also, I heard that if you have wanted to, you're praying for, like, let's say more time or resources or energy or something like that, some type of currency, and it could be energetic or it could be an actual physical currency. The more you allow yourself space to take care of you, the more of this currency I feel like you will have. So let's say, for instance, you are used to going home from work and then cooking dinner and giving to like your family and all these other things, and like you come last. Well, a form of self-care and replenishment might be that instead of going straight home from work, you go and take a yoga class you've always wanted to go and take, or maybe you take time out and allow yourself an opportunity to go get your nails done, or something that allows you to take care of you and nurture yourself before you go and give to others is really important here, pile number 2. Let's see what else we have for pile number 2. Spirit, could you kindly share the very best messages in alignment with pile 2's highest good that will best serve them? Thank you. Any other ones, please? Any other ones? So we have the card of strength. So what's interesting is I kept seeing this infinity sign here, and then we have this infinity sign over her mind as well. So for me, that is the all, that's the everything. So there's something about allowing yourself to surrender your things that are really harsh, or maybe things that you've always done, and at one point in time they've worked really, really well for you, but now we're coming to a completion of a cycle and we're ready to transition. One way we can transition is by surrendering those things that maybe were a little bit harsh on ourselves. Jupiter and Capricorn is very well control, but control to the extreme might be too much. Maybe we're trying to find balance and fluidity. Jupiter and Leo is like extreme, light and abundance and like being seen. Well, maybe you don't want to be seen to the same degree as you once did. Maybe you're ready for, more privacy, or, we're shifting to a different phase of life, and maybe you are very expressive, or you gave a ton historically to other people, and you were just this fruitful, abundant cornucopia, which is amazing. But at the same time, if you're at a place now where you're empty and you're ready to not give so much, it's okay to pull back. It's okay to say, I know this is how it used to be, but it doesn't have to be this way anymore. I'm okay to follow a different path, or to take care and nurture my beauty within myself, or to spend more time on my faith, or things that bring me joy, or things that I'm dedicated to, or I want for myself. It's okay to change who you are and step into a new chapter of life. And I feel like Spirit is guiding you through your auric field, like you're shedding all of this old version of you so that you can become this new you, which is gorgeous. And I do feel like you are absolutely divinely guided. You have a lot of angelic helpers and a lot of faith and spirit here guiding this transition. So I do feel like if you were kind of like, oh, what is this specifically? I do feel like Spirit has told you or shown you what this is. So if you're still kind of on the fence, like I'm not really sure, ask for a sign from Spirit. I know that your inner strength and your determination, your courage to keep going and taking care of yourself, and I don't want to say fighting this battle, but part of me feels like this is almost a battle for you, but your willingness to love yourself and respect yourself and give to yourself unconditionally, no matter what it is you're facing. I feel like that's the thread forward. So if it feels like it's giving, life giving, expansion, if it is opening up and it feels like it's bringing fluidity and flow, that is a key for you to keep going. If it feels restrictive and it feels like you can't move and it's really rigid, that's a key or a sign for you to just be mindful of, to maybe look for other opportunities to surrender and to go with the flow. I think flow and nurturing and care for yourself, ultimately pile 2 is going to be the key to helping you with this transition that you're moving through. So pile number 2, this was your reading. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this helped you in whatever way serves you in your highest good. If you would like to leave a comment below, I'd love to hear from you. Just letting me know what you're transitioning through, because it seems like it's a huge chapter within your life. If you feel called to like, share, or subscribe to my channel, I would love for you to be a part of this beautiful community, and I would love to stay connected with you and your gorgeous energy. Pile number 2, I hope you have a beautiful day, and we will talk so very soon. Bye-bye. Hi, pile number 3, you're drawn here to the card of Open Your Heart to Love. Vulnerability, forgiveness, and allowing and community. I love this. I feel like Spirit is gifting you an opportunity to really open up your heart center, open it to new beauty and light and love and abundant possibilities. Let's see what the rest of your cards have to say. So we have Resin. We have Saturn in Cancer with Charity. We have the Kiss. We have Hathor. And we have Bounteous and Metamorphosis. Love it. Okay, so pile number 3. What does your auric field have to say? I think right now in your auric field, there's something that may feel a little stuck or sticky, or maybe there's an area in your life that feels like we're holding on to something, much like this little figurine, this plastic around it, or whatever this resin is holding on to Archangel Michael, and it's created that little like bubble around him to keep him like in the middle of this, much like this flower is in this resin here, kind of like a fossil or like a snapshot of the past that will never die, will never go away, which is beautiful in some regards. But I do feel like, because we have the door here, I feel like we want to open up to something new. So even though we're holding on to something that was beautiful and we loved it, there's new experiences that are being called forward that we're being led to explore. So I feel like you're someone, pile number 3, that feels very generous and nurturing and loving. Cancer is a sign of very intuitive and home. It feels like sweet. So I feel like people really come to you because you have this loving, motherly energy about you, which is beautiful. Something that might be, in addition to stuck in your auric field, the thing that might be stuck, since we have home and relationships here in the Kiss, something that you're holding on to might be a relationship of the past, or and this could be like with people, it could be with work, it could be with an old aspect or an old version of you, but there's something that we're hanging on to that we're, I think, becoming illuminated to, that's going to be able to help really open up our heart center and help us to bloom and grow into a different person. I think you really want transformation. How we can help ourselves open this new door is through maybe peeling back the layers of our heart, allowing this beautiful, joyous energy to flow through us and allow spirit to support you and hold you. I think you have a lot of angels that are here, like wanting to lift you up and help you navigate this. And with Hathor here too, I mean, she's a very nurturing and abundant Egyptian goddess to help you acceleration, brilliance, stand in your light, to help you move forward. I feel like things are being illuminated for you, pile number 3, so that you can have things come together in harmony and allow the old to be surrendered. That's beautiful. So let's see what Spirit would like to share with you, pile number 3, that would be in alignment with your highest good, that will best support you and this reading, and any additional messages that Spirit wants you to know about your aura and your auric field, or about this transformation or letting go, or new opportunities that are presenting themselves to you. Thank you, Spirit. And this one, that one. Okay, now we're good. Well, lots of cards, pile number 3. This is amazing. Okay, so we have the 8 of Wands. Look at how you're just leaping over this. It's like so much freedom is here. Ah, yes, lots of freedom from this. This is the 4 of Swords. So this deck is a really interesting deck because it shows both sides of the energy of the 4 of Swords in extreme polarities. So in one, on the positive polarity, we have, you know, extreme inner peace and tranquility and relaxation, and on the lower polarity, or the opposite side of the coin or sword, we have pain and agony. So I feel like you're leaping over something that caused you a lot of pain and distress. That's what I think we're holding. This pain maybe have gotten lodged in your energetic field, as it does when we go through substantial loss and some really challenging experiences. Yeah. I feel like this has been a very, maybe you had an opportunity for something new, or like maybe you were going to expand upon something and it ended up taking something away from you, or it just did not work out maybe quite as you had hoped. And some of that energy is still around. But with Hathor, I feel like you are being gifted again this new activation. Maybe some new heart energies are being downloaded into your energetic field, which will help you feel light and joyous and carefree and move forward again. And because the energies have been stirred up or are being, you know, activated, it's bringing up maybe some old stuff again. The Queen of Swords. I love this. She feels very light and very peaceful, like she knows now, or has learned something, or gotten clarity, or there's something about her energy that feels very light. Let's do this one here. We have the 5 of Wands, the Strength, and we have the 7 of Swords. Okay. So I think being really mindful of the things you tell yourself, how you talk to yourself, being very, very honest. I feel like this when we're honest with ourselves, truth, honest, love always feels so light, and the truth can be a little bit scary because we can have some conflicting internal stuff going on, which is so normal when we go through this kind of level of change within our lives. And it takes a lot of resilience and a lot of inner strength to be able to support ourselves through this kind of challenge, I would say. I feel like you're picking your battles wisely now. And I really feel like because you're being more, I would say, generous with yourself, and you're taking your time and you're standing in your energy more. You're ready to open up some new pathways, which is why I feel like you're taking your time and picking your battles wisely. The more you're honest with yourself, pile number 3, and the more carefree and light you feel, focusing on those types of energies and surrendering anything else that comes up for you that does not feel good, just trust it's all leading to you being able to stand and you shine your light, share your gifts. You've learned a lot from this. You've learned how to navigate really challenging emotions and thoughts, people, challenges. But the good news is this door is going to open quickly. So allow yourself to share and be vulnerable. Allow yourself to connect with like-minded people. Forgive yourself, forgive others, because forgiveness is another key that really opens up our heart and our pathway forward. When we are allowing ourselves to see truth and light, that is what sets us free from the emotions, from the mental stuff, from the mind chatters. Relationships coming together. I think new people and new circumstances and situations are starting to move more harmoniously together for you because things are different, because you have navigated this, pile number 3. You're very, very strong individual, pile number 3, and I honor you for this journey you've been on, because it has been quite a journey. Know that the angels are absolutely supporting you, guiding you 100%. Yes, you're going to have peace of mind. Peace of mind is coming. Peace and tranquility, and you're just absolutely surrounded by the light. The swords that used to point at you are no longer. You're free, pile number 3. The light has gifted you all of this freedom, which is beautiful. Open your heart and know that as you open these new doors and you allow all of this beauty and peace into your life, you're going to just feel so amazing. Pile number 3, this is your reading. If you feel called to hit that like, share, or subscribe button, I would love for you to be a part of our community. And that way you can get updates anytime I upload a video in the future. And if you feel called to share your story in the comment section below, I would love to hear from you, pile number 3. I hope you have a wonderful day. Keep looking for these gorgeous new opportunities and expansion that's coming your way. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.